Meet Jazz Manget.
I sure do, yes. It's for 9:30.
Jazz works as a plasma nurse with Canadian Blood Services in Ontario. Jazz knows firsthand how crucial plasma donation is because she was a plasma recipient herself.
So I was actually diagnosed with severe pancreatitis a few years ago, and when I first got very ill, my body started to shut down due to the fluid overload. And once I was assessed by the ICU team, they had decided to give me plasma and albumin.
Jazz was hospitalized multiple times due to pancreatitis. She claims that plasma donations helped to save her life.
So each time I was getting either or products because of a high fever or my oxygen levels were dropping. So it was definitely life-changing for me, and I feel like my family's very thankful for anyone that donated at that time, because without these products I wouldn't be here today.
Plasma donation is similar to blood donation, but the process has some key differences. Like blood, plasma flows through your veins but appears yellow. It carries all blood cells, red, white, and platelets, and is rich in proteins that protect your body from illness. These proteins can be used to create specific medications.
Whole blood donations typically go to patients who maybe were a crash victim who need large volumes, whereas plasma and platelets are used for more specific uses, so burns, and sometimes they're used to be creating medicines.
So with donating plasma, you can actually get your blood returned. You do get your red blood cells returned to you, and we only take the yellow portion of your blood, which is the plasma that we turn into medication later on.
Many patients require plasma transfusions and plasma medications to treat conditions such as bleeding disorders, burns, immune deficiencies, and more. Thousands of patients in Canada with rare life-threatening chronic and genetic conditions depend on these medications, and for many, plasma medications are the only treatment available. Across Canada, to meet the needs of patients, Canadian Blood Services has to collect 3,000 units of plasma every week. The need for donors is constant, and you could be one of them.
I'm here donating plasma.
One mother who is very grateful for the generosity of plasma donors is a consistent donor herself. Tracy Camino donates plasma every month in Brampton, Ontario. For Tracy, plasma donation hits close to home.
The importance of blood plasma. It's very personal to me because my son is a recipient of blood plasma on a monthly basis. He receives anywhere from 4 to 6 bottles of plasma every month. He has a very rare autoimmune disease. When his disease is starting to be very active, you can see that this is really something that helps to improve his quality of life. And you can see when he needs it, it really does make the difference and changes the way his outcome is, his quality of life.
Canadian Blood Services needs 100,000 new donors to join this year to strengthen Canada's lifeline.
Since the start of COVID-19, we lost 31,000 regular donors, which means we have the smallest donor base in decades that's sustaining the entire blood supply right now. Donors don't just make a difference, they make all the difference in patients' lives, and we wouldn't be able to make sure the hospitals have the supplies they need without the donors. So we're grateful for every donor, whether it's your first donation or your 1,000th donation.
We need a lot of donations. The more the merrier. There's definitely other ways to also contribute to our company as well, volunteering services, financial donations, so anything would help. You can make a difference for someone like myself. It changes anyone's life. I was in a very critical state a few years ago, and without those donations, I wouldn't be here today.
Any healthy person who meets Canadian Blood Services eligibility can donate plasma as frequently as every 2 weeks. To learn more about blood, plasma, or platelet donation, visit blood.ca.